I now give the floor to Mr. Louis Hoffmann, Head of Division, Department of Operations and Emergencies from the International Organization for Migration.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, today, an estimated 1 billion people are migrating across and within borders, more than ever before. In our increasingly interconnected world, millions more are linked to the phenomenon of human mobility through family ties, economic exchanges, and cultural connections. Migration is a powerful driver of sustainable development. When safe, orderly, and regular, migrants make important contributions in the form of labor, investment, and cultural diversity for the benefit of both host and home societies. Migration will also remain a vital strategy for maintaining resilience in the face of adverse events and for adapting positively to the impacts of environmental change by seeking out new social and economic opportunities. Thanks to the efforts of states and international partners, the Sendai Framework recognizes the significance of mobility in disaster risk reduction. The framework brings to light the important consequences of displacement in disasters. Equally, it acknowledges the value that migrants can bring through their knowledge, skills, and capacities, not only in designing and implementing DRR programs, but in fostering recovery. The Sendai Framework is truly a landmark document. Since its adoption 4 years ago, greater attention is being given to the mobility dimensions of disasters in key global policy frameworks. These include the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which calls for the empowerment of displaced people and migrants to reduce inequalities and to leave no one behind. The Paris Agreement recognizes the need to protect migrants and has established a task force to address climate displacement. The Global Compact for Migration makes specific references to the Sendai Framework and calls for efforts to address the adverse drivers of migration, including disasters, climate change, and environmental degradation. Nevertheless, in 2018, 17.2 million people were displaced across 144 countries, often with the vulnerable and the poorest paying with their lives and their livelihoods, as we are sadly seeing now in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. Many more people are believed to be on the move, resulting from the slow onset effects of climate change. We must all step up efforts to address disaster risk, including by preventing displacement, preparing and responding appropriately when it occurs, and by supporting sustainable solutions to displacement in the post-disaster phase. Madam Chair, ladies and gentlemen, IOM is committed to support states to meet their targets under the Sendai Framework and to maximize the joint impact of its partnerships within the UN, with civil society, with academia, and in helping to build sustainable and inclusive societies. Fully realizing the goals of the Sendai Framework will mean incorporating key facets of human mobility, which will drive innovation, diversify livelihoods, and is an important part of building resilience when managed in a way that promotes safety, dignity, and maximizes opportunity. Thank you very much.